And good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to wherever you are. I'm Vlad, and this is Vlad TI Streams. I saw the current move on Bitcoin and thought to myself, what would give you any confluence to jump into this trade? And why would you? So I thought I'd back up and try to explain a few things. So, that being said, let's get right into the chart. I'm going to use replay mode and back things up a little bit. So we're going to back up to here. Let's just look and see what we've got. Okay, right here, you're getting a signal to buy and go long. However, at this signal, if you look down here at the volume, right down here at the bottom, you'll notice that unlike these big wicks here that translated into a larger move, all we've got is this little bitty wick right here. Now, I'm going to just bring something up to give some added confluence to you. Let's go to the stochastic. And, oh, I already had it. My bad. I just had it minimized. Okay, if we look down here at the stochastic, at this point, we are oversold or overbought, and it's very maxed out and potential to head back down. So we're looking at low volume on the buying side, maxed out stochastic, high in the RSI, and while I say high, we're not at this point over 70 or anything like that. We are, however, over the 50, the floating 50 that I've got right here. So now that in essence tells me that this little breakout right here is a fake out. So that's not a buy in my eyes. Now we move to a couple of frames later. Looks like a buy. We get our rejection and we start moving down. On the trend indicators with breaks, Lux, which is what I like to use, uh, we now develop this uptrend, but that's the exact uptrend that we are watching. So let's continue. Here's another buy signal. It's still a fake out because now rather than going up, we're looking at a downtrend on the RSI. So it's not a buy. Now we continue. Here we get a buy signal or a short signal. And it is this one that we need to watch for. At this point, what I personally did was I drew this line right here. This is my line in the sand. I want confidence to follow this trade. We have just fallen quite a lot, so I'm not super confident in jumping in. I am, however, looking at the potential for a fall. Just because we've fallen here, and we've been making lower highs and lower highs. So the potential is there for us to fall. What I do is I set myself a limit order to short at this point. Now, I decided to let that play out because if we end up with a lot of chop right here, that's going to be a limit order that I cancel. The next candle kind of looks choppy, right? But what we can see here is on this candle, we rejected going up. I mean, a strong rejection going up, leading to a very small green candle with a large wick. Here we go. More confluence that this is possibly going to be a uh, big short coming soon. And boom. This is where you're in at this point. Because you entered this short as a limit order, this puts you into the trade. Okay? Now, we're in the trade. We need to definitely make sure our stop loss is in. And your stop loss should be at your most recent high or break. I consider that to be the the top of this candle right here. Okay? But that's me. I'm looking for uh, keeping my stop losses as minimal as I possibly can. A lot of people would have put a stop loss way up here. All right, so let's move on. And notice I have not said anything about a take profit as of yet because we have not been in a trade yet, and I don't set my take profit until after the trade is in. And lately I've been in the habit of trailing my profits, so this is where we're going to start thinking about that. Now, we'll move to the next candle, and this candle is still strong, but definitely not as strong as this big wick we had right here. This wick, however, gives me a little bit of confidence and allows me to start looking at this possibly being a take profit zone. Okay? This is where we were initially rejected off of. Now we'll go to the next candle. All right, it's at this candle that I'm moving my stop loss right here to break even. Okay? We're basically sitting at a 1-to-1. There's no reason to actually take a loss. This is a long candle. It may turn back up. So a break-even price or even slightly into profit is just a smart play. Now, we'll move to the next one. All right. We're still heading down, but at this point, I'm looking left. Okay. I'm trying to see what is my uh, resistance, and I see that this area has been a resistance in the past, and I'm going to look for further resistance or support, and I can find that right here. Okay, so now we're looking at possibly breaking those zones because of this long wick. A lot of those orders are now stopped out. So now we continue to the next candle. Here we go. All right, now we've broken this support line right here. We can consider uh, this as being our next target. So now we can continue. Uh-oh, what happened? I don't know. Okay. Oh, I think. All right. All right. So we continue. Now here we're seeing the previous resistance or previous support. Now it's acting as a resistance. We're getting rejected off of that line. So this gives us added confidence that we're coming down to this support line. Now, at this point, I'm thinking about moving my uh, stop loss into take profit. I have not done so yet. Okay. I want to see a red candle come off this rejection in order to bring my stop loss in to take profit. And there we have it. Okay, so from here, I would enter my stop loss at this point. Okay, and let me just change that to a gold color. All right, that would be my next my stop loss. So now there is no chance of losing on this trade. It is all take profit. I do not yet have a set take profit zone uh, listed. So what we're doing is trailing our stop loss. And here we go. Continue. Now then, this is where I start to think, okay, I want to possibly take a start taking profit uh, at this line now, but I'm not doing so yet. Okay, uh, it's one confluence, and I want more. We got this long rejection candle, so it could signify a bounce back up, and our 50 EMA is still way up here, so we could easily bounce back up through our stop loss and get taken out as it returns to the 50 EMA. And are we live trade now? So, yeah, we are live trade. At any rate, that is my current thoughts along this line. And at this point, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw a trend line from here down through here. Okay, any break of this trend line is going to signify that's where I need to take profit. Okay, and at that point, I will take profit at a with a market with a market order most likely because a break in trend line can lead to a major upswing. Uh, just as a break in trend line right up here, we had this uptrend right here. We broke the uptrend, we retested, and then we shot back down. And it's a very violent move. It can happen the other way. So if we get this break a trend line right here, then we could shoot back up, retest here, or break through. So I'm looking to take profit on any break of this trend, and I'm also trailing. Uh, I say trailing, but I'm looking for further potential on a downswing and uh, how to continue my profits and uh, follow this trend as it goes down. So I do not have currently on this particular trade anything that I could say that would be a definite, yeah, we're going down because right now, the only things that I can say is we are slightly rejecting. We've got a little bit of chop right here. It doesn't know if it wants to go down or up, but we have some sort of resistance happening. Uh, if I draw my trend line right here, we have some sort of resistance happening at this point. Okay, we're getting rejected off of this line, and if I look left, we can see possibly what it is. And we've had some sort of rejection in these areas before, but apparently it hasn't been super strong. We rejected there, came down, come up, rejected. We went up, we had a little stall here, rejected, came back up. So it's not something that has been enough to completely change a trend, but that's probably a similar scenario to what we're looking at right over here. So, and here we have our rejection candle, and we're pushing down. So, and the more we push down, the uh, gives us more added confidence into the trade because we'll push sideways, and if we break through, then that's going to be the lower portion, and we get to take better and better profits as it goes. So that's in essence how I am currently trying to trade my trades. So uh, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. And remember, if you happen to be in a trade like this, trend lines are your friend.